Teleislas News managed to learn that the hours of restriction in the spread bike pedestrian zone will be modified in the next hours by the departmental government, who is working on a new decree. It is noteworthy that so far Decree 0225 is in force, where people are allowed to stay until 10 o'clock at night in this tourist area. The restriction that will be modified was that during the hours from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., tourists and residents were prohibited from any activity on the pedestrian walkway. These decisions were taken to reduce agglomeration in this tourist area and thus prevent the spread of COVID-19. And the Vice Minister of Knowledge, Innovation and Productivity opened the Seafloor Region Workshop in the morning hours. The result will allow the co-construction of the execution and financing agendas of the National Bioeconomy Mission.
The Minister of Knowledge, Innovation and Productivity opened today a workshop called in the Seafloor region, with which they seek to provide knowledge to the community on the core construction of agendas for the operation and financing of the National Bioeconomy Mission for the region.
Since 2019, when President Ivan Duque convened the mission of wise men that meets throughout the year, where 5 large emblematic missions were created for the country, one of them was the Bioeconomy Mission, which is of utmost importance now in the economic reopening and basically seeks the use of residual biomasses in the country.
In the Department of San Andres, Providence and Santa Catalina, important scientific expeditions have been carried out within the framework of the Colombian Bio Program for an approximate amount of 3,000 million pesos, among which the expedition in Sorinas Key, Sorinelas Key, Albuquerque, and Old Providence and Santa Catalina stand out.
We have been supporting important expeditions and exercises here in the region, which have allowed us to identify 134 new species for the archipelago of San Andres and Old Providence, increasing by 5.7% the knowledge content of biodiversity that we had.
The Seafloor Region Workshop was attended by researchers, businessmen, entrepreneurs, organized civil society, and territorial authorities of the region related to the areas established by the National Bioeconomy Mission.
And for the second time, the Seaborne Ovation cruise ship arrived with more than 400 foreign tourists sailing from Belize. Around 10:50 a.m., the boat was already at the Cove Dock, from where Sylvette Mitchell-Archibald will give us details. Good afternoon, Sylvette.
Hello, Lisa. Good afternoon. Well, yes, we are here at the Cove Seaside dock where the cruise ship Seaborne Aviation is on the island. One more again. This is the second time because the first time was the 4th of February. And precisely we're right here with the Secretary of Tourism, Jonathan Taylor. He's going to tell us everything about the management and everything they fix up today to receive this second time the Seaborne Aviation.
Well, first of all, a very special hello to all the community. Today we are here at the Cove Seaside Dock, and we are receiving for the second time on this month the Seaborne Ovation, and that thing makes us very proud. And we are proud because we are bringing 417 passengers on this cruise, the ones we are going to have the opportunity to know and to enjoy Fiwi culture, enjoy Fiwi astronomy, and Fiwi beautiful 7 seas color.
Perfect, Secretary. We could talk about them here and the spaces, them touristic attractiveness, them here tourists they go by. The first time, which part they go down?
Well, we concern with the agency. We bring also the cruise. We concern 2 different tours for them. And one is to go around the island and to stop on different places where they are going to have the opportunity, as Midon said, to know about Fiwi gastronomy, Fiwi culture. And the second tour is a little one where they are going to have the opportunity to enjoy on the sea.
Perfect. Okay, Lisa, well, this is information we provide here from the Cove Seaside Dock. Sylvette Mitchell-Archibald for Teleislas.
Thank you, Sylvette. And in other news, in order to provide labor tools to informal workers in the department, the local government is carrying out an awareness campaign to affiliate them to occupational risk insurance companies.
The departmental government seeks to increase the rate of affiliation of informal workers in the department with the purpose of guaranteeing their rights and that they have guarantees when they suffer an accident at work. For this reason, the Secretariat of Health invites the informal sector to join.
We want to raise awareness among all informal workers so that they register and organize themselves first as groups and then go and register with the occupational risk insurance companies. At the moment, we have the braid stylists, boatmen, letter carriers, motorcycle taxi drivers or tri-modal drivers. There are several guilds. This has a minimum cost, but it does not cost that much. This is useful in case they have an accident or have to pay for a disability. Then they will not have to pay out of pocket, but instead the occupational risk insurance companies will pay 100% of their disability.
The rate of informal jobs is increasing in the department. For this reason, the Health Secretariat will carry out these activities in different areas of the island.
Conoce a Bianchi y pasea con ella por el universo vial. Aprende cómo planear una ruta en bicicleta, elementos de protección que necesitas, las señales de tránsito y mucho más. No te pierdas ningún capítulo de Universo Vial. Encuéntrala ya en YouTube. Una campaña del Ministerio de Transporte, el Ministerio de Educación y la Agencia Nacional de Seguridad Vial.
According to UNESCO data, science, technology, and innovation are fundamental for economic development and social progress. In view of this, the department's unions have joined forces to develop a project that seeks to encourage these issues among the islanders.
This project seeks to encourage science, technology, and innovation, has already been approved by the General System of Royalties and is expected to be implemented in the coming months to generate spaces for the dissemination of the importance of science, technology, and innovations in all the inhabitants of our islands.
Estamos en la etapa de preparación, de lanzamiento.
We are in the preparation stage for the launching of a project of the Science, Technology, and Innovation System. The idea is to work jointly with the Chamber of Commerce of San Andrés, the Simón Bolívar University in Barranquilla, the government, and the actors of the system, looking to think ahead and taking into account that it must be something fast. It has to do with innovation, technology, and the technological changes that are being experienced in the world, and to see how we are going to incorporate it to the archipelago in an organized manner, and that the inhabitants can face a better future and a better relationship with the environment, in addition to taking advantage of the technological changes that are occurring.
The project will last 14 months, and among its lines of action is the training of the community in science, technology, and innovations, and technology missions will be carried out, in addition to a mapping of actors and implementation strategies to expand the market and knowledge in science, technology, and innovation.
And undoubtedly, the native lodges in our archipelago have been of vital importance to promote tourism and our culture. And this is with why this association, together with the departmental government, met to learn about the strategies for this new year.
During the meeting with members of the Association of Native Inns, the departmental government was able to establish a program and strategies to be developed during the current period. This in order to preserve and promote the racial culture throughout the experience from the Native Inns. The Secretary of Tourism, Jonathan Taylor, gave us details of this meeting.
Esto es un compromiso de esta administración de apoyar a todos los prestadores turísticos de comunidad de base raizal. En este caso, hemos estado visitando las posadas nativas, mirando las necesidades que hay al interior de esta asociación, de estas matronas misleñas que vienen desarrollando una actividad muy bonita, la cual tenemos todo el interés de apoyar.
For this 2022, they will integrate activities such as training of the different members of the inns, as well as promotional spaces at local and national level. In this way, the inns that are important source for the tourist and economic development of our islands will have the opportunity to continue being a point of reference for visitors who want to learn about the racial culture.
And now let's get to know other facts that are making news in our brief news sections of today.
The National Police conducted prevention and deterrence activities advocating for public safety, providing information to tourists and residents on how to prevent personal injuries and homicides in the island territory, and disseminating the hotline 155 to prevent gender-based violence and 141 for the protection for children and adolescents. The Archipelago Youth Council held its first ordinary session, where the Board of Directors and representatives of the Department Youth Council were elected by vote. During the first session, 5 councillors were elected to represent the islanders in the Departmental Youth Council, 3 for San Andres and 2 representing the municipality of Old Providence. The departmental government, through the Secretariat of Agriculture and Fisheries, conducted a session for fishermen's licensing, the purpose of which was to update the general fishing record of San Andres Island. The head of the Agriculture Secretariat indicated that these sessions will be implemented again through the course of this year.